show. But my next guest is one of Britain's best-loved and most enduring pop stars. He's sexy, funny, talented, cool, and he also writes all his own introductions. By George, it's Boy George!
I won't put my feet on the chair.
Oh, well, because of what was there? I'm excited.
I'm excited.
This is pretty...
I've been watching you for years.
I'm sorry to hear.
Late at night, I don't sleep, you see, so I see all your shows at 3 in the morning.
Do you know any of the people on the show? I mean, they got pretty crazy lifestyles.
I know people like that.
Yeah.
Although I think British people are a bit more reserved about going on TV and kind of bearing their spleen.
Yeah, but not other parts of the body. Because, you know what, last summer, I came over here and did 2 weeks of shows, like that other show.
I was supposed to come on, I think, but something happened.
Oh, okay.
I was scared, I don't know.
Yeah. you didn't know who would come on and say, let me tell you something about George here.
He's straight. That would just be my mother.
Yeah. If you were, you couldn't be on our show.
Well, actually...
Yes.
I was going to make an announcement.
Oh, everyone's coming out today saying something.
I'm going back in the closet.
Go back in. You know?
As soon as I find one I can fit in.
It's now Man George. I mean, right? Isn't it? I mean, how long can you go as? I mean, I know in your personal life you're George, but at some point, does it get difficult to live that image?
No, I'm still a boy at heart. I think that's the main thing. And also, I'll never escape that Boy George tag. I mean, and if I started not using it, it would mean that I was trying to be serious.
Oh, and we never.
I could call myself Mr. George O'Dowd or something. I have no desire to be taken seriously, so it doesn't matter.
How about just Mr. Boy George?
Mr. Boy. Well, in America, everyone calls me Boy, Mr. George. Yeah. Which is hilarious. When I first went to America, everybody kept calling me Mr. George and Boy. Yeah. Which was really weird.
Well, you were one of the first to come back over to the States from England and really make it big there. I mean, obviously, there was the British invasion of the 60s. Yeah. But then it stopped, and for a while, it was very difficult for British groups to come over there. And then you, Duran Duran, and obviously the Spice Girls. I mean, those are the British groups that kind of really made it big again.
But we sneaked in because the first record we released in America had no picture. It was like sent out on a white sleeve.
Oh, see, yeah.
So people heard this record, Do You Really Want to Hurt Me? And they were playing it on the radio, playing it on country stations. Yeah. And then when we did our first ever gig in Long Island, yeah, it was so funny when we came out because people were horrified. Oh. It was like, remember, people were wearing like wide lapel jackets and you know, wing-coloured shirts and flared trousers. We looked like aliens. It was so funny.
Were there people that didn't know whether you were a guy or a woman?
Most of the people I slept with at that time. Now, when we first started the band, before we got a deal, all the photos of the band, when we took them around to record companies, John, our drummer, used to take them around to show people and play demos, and everybody thought I was a girl, and they were like, what's the girl called? So it just became a bit of a joke. And that's why I called myself Boy George, so that there was a kind of, you know, no mistaking.
Did you have this persona prior to the time that you had the band?
Before the band, I was probably dressing up much more outrageous.
I mean, in your private life, you would just go like this.
Well, I was a big Bowie fan when I was a kid. Then I got into punk. Yeah. And you know, when you were into punk, it was a lifestyle thing. You know, you wore it all the time. You know, to go shopping, to work, which is probably why I never kept a job very long. You know, I was always being sent home.
Oh, God, I sound so old-fashioned saying it. What attracted you to that kind of? Was it a rebellion? What were you angry about, or weren't you? You just thought it looked cool.
No, I think if you're a kid that's kind of average-looking, and you want to make yourself more interesting and exotic, then clothes and makeup are the best way to do that. And you find that, you know, it kind of transforms you as a person, and it makes people act differently around you.
Were you already out of the closet? I mean, did you already let people know you were gay?
For me, it was more a case of other people knew before I did. I mean, I was getting called names when I was about 5 years old. You know, people would, when I go shopping with my mother, people would say, what's your daughter's name? Because I had sort of very long blonde hair and looked like a little girl. So it was something that I heard at school long before I even knew what it was. And by the time I got to secondary school, I'd been called Puff so many times, I figured that it must be true. And so then I became a really big Puff. Are you going to show me pictures of penises now and let me guess who they are?
I'm not going to let you have that much fun.
Are you going to show me anything?
No, I'm not going to show you anything. What I'm doing, I'm going to give you some of your quotes.
Okay.
I just want you to explain them. One you may have already done. It says, I feel I'm in a sexual no man's land. I'm too puffy for the puffs and too scary for the straights. You said that last year. Yeah. A few months ago, actually, at The Guardian.
I said that quite a lot, yeah.
Always felt that way.
No, but as I've got older, I think that's probably true. I think I scare a lot of the people that I meet. And a lot of the people that you attract as a famous person have got a hidden agenda. They either want something out of it, they want a career, or they're just attracted to the fame thing. So it's really difficult to find someone who can see past the kind of veneer. It's hard.
Okay.
But sometimes you don't care, you know, sometimes you just take people home because they're cute and, you know, whatever their agenda is, you know, you just have a good time. You're not butch enough for me, Jerry, it's okay.
I've met Madonna several times, and she's a miserable old trout. She could do with half an hour on a bouncy castle. You upset with Madonna? Or?
No, I do this column in the Express on Sundays, and I wrote about seeing her at a party, and she was sitting in the corner, you know, going... And I thought, I described her as a bit of an old trout, but I love Madonna. I'm a big Madonna fan.
Yeah, it's hard not to.
And plus, she's got a really tough boyfriend at the moment. He's a black belt, so...
They're going to do a film on your life, right?
They are, yes. It's being made by a company called Regent in the United States. Finally, after about 7 years, we found someone willing to put the money up.
Are you going to play you?
No, no.
Oh, who else? Who would play you? Oh, yeah, this is good. Who would play you?
I don't know. Someone up and coming, I think, someone new. Could have Madonna could be in it. She could be someone.
She can't be you.
Enough makeup, she probably could.
What would the line be like on poster advertising this movie? What would the line at the bottom be?
Like Valley of the Dolls with bigger hair.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boy George. Okay, we're going to take a break now, but coming up, round 4, you call him stupid. Plus, Lisa Riley, Atomic Kitten, Nick Moran, and music from Melanie C. It's jam-packed and filled with goodies. There we are.